This is suit business landscape.
The Nigerian Customs Service Port Harcourt 2 Area Command has announced a historic revenue milestone, generating 76 billion naira in October 2025, the highest monthly collection in its history. The figure was disclosed in a statement on Monday by the command's public relations officer, Theophilus Dunia, who said the achievement reflects strong leadership and improved coordination within the command. He described it as a major breakthrough driven by strategic reforms and enhanced operational efficiency. Customs Area Controller Aliyu Aikali was credited with leading deliberate stakeholder engagement efforts that contributed significantly to the revenue boost. Dunia noted that Aikali's hands-on leadership and proactive engagement with trade partners played a key role in achieving record-setting performance. The development underscores the command's growing importance in national revenue generation and its alignment with broader federal efforts to strengthen Nigeria's customs and trade operations. Now, this, this report signifies that we are experiencing faster clearance times, reduced bottlenecks, and better trade predictability, not only in Port Harcourt, but 2 days or so ago, the Lagos Area Command also, published about 304 billion naira, which represents the highest in its revenue generating enterprise in the country. I won't be surprised if we'll be having the same thing coming from the Ogun State Command or coming from the Kebbi State Command or coming from Delta State Command or coming from any other state in Nigeria. And of course, that should be it. But we should be surpassing what we have done. Probably even if it is not monthly, but yearly, we should be experiencing increase. Now, why did I say that? Because we want to think that by way of reform, by way of review, and by way of learning the ropes, the new strategies to be adopted by the Customs Service to nip in the bud all the leakages where we are losing money as a nation, where we are losing money in terms of finances, and ultimately driving the service towards the area where we will use the digital equipment to block these leakages and increase our till as a nation. I hope that is adopted across state. And sincerely, I'm expecting another report from any of Nigerian states saying we have done what we did in September.
So when I saw the news, I was surprised as expected. The customs has gone almost, I think they said 70% digital. And since they've gone that, we can see the effects. People have been clamoring that it's faster to clear goods. There are now rules and regulations. It's faster to clear goods. You don't need the middlemen anymore. You just go there, you click into a system and you go, which is expected. I like the fact that Port Harcourt, because once it becomes digitalized, we know 90% of the challenges we have in Nigeria is emotional. A lot of Nigerian people, we are very emotional. We want to call Priya. Priya has an uncle. Priya's uncle should, and you bypass a lot of protocol. But with digital has, when you go online, it has no uncle, it has no brother, it has no sister. And so we are seeing revenue generation, which these people have not been tendering before. Lagos State every month is announcing what they are making from the ports. We're excited about Port Harcourt. So now we know without the digitalization, Port Harcourt ports would not have been doing fantastically well because people are very emotional and everybody knows each other. But my own fear for the federal government is not just being excited right now that, oh, we are making money, digitalization is working. My own fear is, have you put in place shocks? Because we know the way Africans and people think, even in the diaspora and America, when there's a system, people try and see how they can bypass it and put some monies into their pockets. And we saw recently when Donald Trump took office, how they were talking about the fact that even public feeding, public schools, some certain individuals were making monies off public feeding and public schools, funds for public feeding. If that can happen in America, then please, who are we in Nigeria? And so the federal government needs to be very specific, very intentional about this. We are making money from the customs now, yes, good, but that's not enough. We need to put in cyber tracks. We need to put in things that If anybody is trying to bypass the system, even people that are in the computer room, if they are trying to bypass the system and do some fraud, then it should be clamped down on with immediate alacrity, and that person should be put out in the public. Because Nigerians, when you shame people, other people, it will deter other people from taking negative steps.
All right. Thank you very much. Oluwagbenga, I know you are there, and we've talked about how the Lagos State Apapa Port generated about 304 billion naira last month, October. Port Harcourt is now telling us they've done 76, which is a very good thing. But if you look at the value, if you look at the money, I don't only want you to address both Lagos and Port Harcourt. What Port Harcourt did was not even equal to half of what Lagos has done. Now, these are good IGR sessions that other states should emulate. Digitalization, is that what is really giving us the benefit that is coming, or something else?
Well, I don't know whether it is a digitization effort, even though there is no way that will not play a role. In fact, for me, it seems as though this announcement everyone is making now is prompted by a competition, where they are told that if you don't make this amount um, in a month or in the year, you will be sanctioned. The head of your unit will be replaced or transferred to somewhere else. So I believe that's the way it looks to me. I might not be correct, like that they are under some pressure to meet certain financial targets for the year. And so they are competing and making the announcement to that effect so that, oh, we are working on. We might not get there yet, but we are on the way there. But beyond that, I don't care about how much the custom makes. What I care about more than how much they make is how much trade are they facilitating. People, because you see, they will make this money and so much more if they facilitate trade properly. I hope our ships are still not going to Republic of Benin and Togo to berth because of congestion in our ports due to not clearing of their products by customs in time. I thank God that there is, in fact, remarkable and visible improvement right now because I remember back in, was it 2023 or no, I think 2022, 2021, thereabout, when a certain envelope company in Nigeria, the largest envelope manufacturer in Nigeria, was complaining at one of LCCI program, Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry program, about how they brought in papers. There is this paper, I don't know how it looks like, that they bring in from outside the country. And because network will be down today, network will be down tomorrow with the internet at customs, they have made all payments just for them to get their clearance and take their product out of the whatever, out of the port. It took the ship about 16 days to sail from Europe to Nigeria, or was it 14 days to sail from Europe to Nigeria? But their product remained docked on the Nigerian port because of the inefficiencies of the custom for almost 3 months before that issue was eventually resolved that time. And they lost a lot of money. They are paying demurrage every day and so much more like that. So if the custom is facilitating trade such that the Roro is going fast, you are clearing your goods like in a day or even in minutes, as it is arriving, you don't need to stay till the next day. They are building capacity and infrastructure so that people's goods can be cleared out of the port in minutes. Yes, I will applaud them because you see, while they want us to rejoice about how much they have made in Ghana during President, what's the name of the last president? I think Akufo-Addo. The present one is Mahama. So during Akufo-Addo's tenure, he announced a cut in all the tariffs at the port in order to ensure that people bring in their goods faster and easier, and more goods are brought in because he understood that even though he's cutting tariff, because more people are bringing in goods and they are getting it cleared faster, more Ghanaians will be employed, which will generate another source of paying tax to show up whatever they think they have lost in the import tariff that they have cut for the people to participate in. And that is a working government, a government that understood that it is not just about revenue generation using one uh, aspect that will
Okay.
bring more burden to the people, but revenue generation that is diversified in such a way that more job will be created, more poverty will be reduced, and the people will have more buying power. And automatically, when they have more buying power, the government will generate that revenue on the long run. So
All
if
right.
that is what custom is doing, I give them applause, because the report is sketchy. They are only harping so much on how much they generated. Yes, they
Okay.
can say operational efficiency. Operational efficiency can mean anything.
All right.
It can mean anything. But in clear A, B, C, and D, what does it mean to the importers? Though importers now have more confidence to bring their goods to Nigerian ports rather
All
than
right.
taking it to Togo or Republic of Benin like they used to do before.
Thank you so much. Now, we have to go now because Grace Komalafe will be coming with across borders, and we don't want to hit into that time. I would have wanted us to look at the Donald Trump story of 80,000 non-immigrant visas stopped since his administration commenced, but we're out of time. We can't take a look at that anymore. And we want to say a very big thank you to Ayanin Balua Bengapore, who joins us today and all the time when we needed him to come up. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate that. Thank you for your robust conversation and your insight, quite direct and enlightening.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
that's
having me.
okay.
You're very
Yes,
much
darling.
welcome.